Oh, you thought I was exaggerating. There he goes again, old Brian Brushwood, with his bombastic over-the-top rhetoric. When he says Scampocalypse, he doesn't really mean the bad guys are going to use robots to get us in a physical sense. Ha ha! We're going to find out all about that on this day number 218 of Office Hours. Office Hours, of course, that's the Five Nation check-in. That's where we go live over at youtube.com/scamschool with 2 million subscribers. Modern Rogue with 1.7 million subscribers and climbing. Over 1 million followers over at x.com/schwood. We peek in with the dozens, I tell you, of remaining humans over at LinkedIn. And of course, the only ones who matter to me are the humans, the real humans, these humans, the Diamond Club, the elite ones, the ones who are forged in the heart of exploding stars and refined under incredible pressure. Today, man, we got one hell of a story. This is the moment. This is the, I don't know, Tiananmen Square, Bay of Pigs invasion, the Reichstag fire, or maybe it's a silly Reddit video. Who's to say? We're about to find out. But first, as you know, the bad guys have robots. There's a Scampocalypse coming. Fraud, per the FBI. Robot-powered fraud keeps on doubling every year. We're barreling towards $40 billion a year of fraud. So, since the battlefield is your mind, we got to learn all the ways the robots can deceive us. That's why we're walking through the back catalog of Scam School. Scam School was the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. Scam School is the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. And today, we are up to episode, I believe, 115. I'll have to double check my notes on that. The triple threat card trick. It's an easy self-working miracle. We're going to check it out. We're going to do some degenerate gambling, and we're going to find out why those robots got a beef with them children. Here we go. Check it out. This week, a mathematical card trick that does itself, you lazy bastard. This scamtacular episode of Scam School brought to you by Squarespace and Gamefly. Warning, the following episode may contain small parts not suitable for children under 3. Welcome to Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. I'm your host, Brian Brushwood, and I love this week's effect. It's a card trick that literally does itself. All you have to do is sit there and look like a complete badass. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Brian. What's your name? Fiona and Abby and Aubrey, of course. Aubrey finally appearing on the show. Look, I'm going to show you one of it's a new trick for me, actually. It's been a while since I'd seen it, but it's something that it's kind of a weird card experience. I don't even know how to describe it. Let's do this. One of the weird things is I'm going to ask all of you to pick a card, but I want you to pick from it face up, and I want the 3 of you to pick 3 cards that go together somehow. Maybe they're 3 aces, maybe it's 2, 3, 4, maybe it's Jack, Queen, King, maybe they're all the same suit, whatever it is you want.
So we can confer?
Yeah, you guys work together and just each of you pull out the cards and then turn them all face down so I can't tell.
What should you do?
This is always the awkward moment where I just, just hanging out here, just having, how you doing, Chad?
All right, we're done.
Oh, you got them face down?
Yeah.
Oh, no, turn the other one face down, all the cards. I don't want to.
Oh, all the cards face
Yeah,
down?
because I might be able to see all the other cards
Can
and
I
then
shuffle
know.
them or just put them face down?
Yeah, I mean, if you feel like shuffling, it won't change nothing, but
Oh.
is that like insurance against whatever's going to happen?
But I just want to show you my fabulous shuffling skills.
Well, that was very fabulous shuffling. Thank you very much. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Each of you guys take a card, put it in front of you, and I'm going to give each of you guys a few cards. That's your little mini deck.
Okay.
We're going to try to spread the love around on these cards. Here's some cards for you. Here we go, and there's some for you. All right?
Okay.
There you go, tidy those up here. Here's what I want you to do. Aubrey,
Yes.
I want you to take your card, put it on top of your pack, and then I want you to steal as many cards as you want from her pack. Oh, and you're taking them from the middle. Interesting.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
Just put them right on top. That way your card's somewhere in the middle of your pack, right?
Yep.
I mean, unless I have eagle eyes, I don't think I know it. Same thing for you. Go ahead and put your card right on top of your pack, and then steal as many cards as you want from Fiona's. And then put it on top. And you know what, Fiona, if you put your card right on top of your pack, we'll go ahead and drop these on top right like so.
Right.
Fair enough?
Yep.
All right, and then we'll take Fiona's cards, and we'll stack all 3 of your cards on top of each other just like so. We don't need to do a lot of mixing. We'll just go ahead and kind of roughly muck up the order a bit.
maybe give a couple of cuts just like so. And then we're gonna try an experiment, all right? We're gonna see which of you can react first, okay? Because you all know your cards. You all know your cards, right? All I want you to do.
I know the number.
Do you guys need to confer? Do you need to work this out again? Just make sure you know. Just make sure you know your card, give or take. All right, you got it. You're all on the same page.
We got it.
Okay, good. All right, good. I'm glad we're all right. All you need to do is when you see your card, instantly shout, "Dude, that's my card." All right, here we go. And I tell you, I'm only going to show you half the deck. I'm going to turn over one, and the other one I'll drop face down like that. So we'll go like this. So you don't. Here we go. You haven't seen it yet?
No.
You're like, Brian, this trick is very boring. Apparently we sit here and our cards never appear.
We can just sit here and look pretty.
Is it? Okay, so it was none of these.
It was no.
Okay, so we'll eliminate those. We're down to these guys right here. Try it again. Nothing? 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 Nothing?
You're supposed to sit here and look pretty. It's okay.
It's the perfect trick for the ladies. Nothing still?
Nope.
Nothing? All right, there we go. Get rid of all these. Now, the tension mounts, the intensity builds. Still nothing, still nothing, still nothing, still nothing? None of those?
No.
What? Not these? Not that one? Not that one?
No.
What were your cards?
Eights of the other things.
The eights of the other things, those three right there. Oh, how did that happen? All right, now here's the important thing. Are you guys ready to learn this trick?
Yes.
Well, that's exactly what we're gonna do. First, we're gonna thank our sponsors.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty polished stuff. You can see this is the moment when the show really comes into its own. I don't think I'm doing the line, "Toast me, you beautiful people," yet, but you can tell that the rhythm is there. The A block is a solid performance of it. I like the pacing of this trick because there is a moment. You don't actually want the ending to be a total surprise to your audience. That's true of everything, whether it's a magic trick, whether it's a movie, a summer blockbuster. Even when you get to the big twist, you want people to perceive that they figured it out right before the big moment. You want them to say the words, "I knew it," even though if you, as the adult in the room, totally knew that they didn't know it, and you're very glad that you put all the pieces in a satisfying way that they felt like they solved it. But that's what this one does. I love it.
Over there. Okay, two parts that make this trick possible. The first part is completely mathematical. It's what we call a self-working trick, which is my personal favorite because you get to do absolutely nothing and look like a total badass. The first step is, now you don't have to have somebody select three cards that are similar of the same style, but I think it really helps that end moment when the three of them obviously belong to the same group. And you guys did a great job. You picked the 3 8s. However, we did figure out that it's important that everybody remember their suit. So that was my fault. I should have made it clear everyone needs to remember the suit and number of the card so you don't get one of those false start moments. Second of all, what I do after we have 3 cards selected, let's go ahead and we'll pick out, how about this? We'll do the 3 queens here. So I hand them out to the 3 of you guys. Now I act as though I'm sort of offhandedly just throwing random numbers of cards at each of you guys. What I'm really doing is very deliberately giving you 14 cards, you 15 cards, and you 15 cards, and holding back the last cards for myself. Now, one of the hardest things, you can do this for you just when you're beginning, you can count out, I'll just give you some cards and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But that's so deliberate that it sort of sets people on edge. They're like, okay, why am I getting exactly this number of cards? What I do is I figured out that you can count cards very fast if you push them off in blocks of 3 at a time. If you push them off in blocks of 3 at a time, to get 15, I only have to push off how many blocks? 5. That's right. Look, very good, Aubrey. You may be at a party, but you're still razor sharp. That's right. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to push off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of 3. Does that make sense? And same thing for you, Fiona. I'll push off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of 3. And I hold the rest for myself. So 14, 15, 15. Now, the important thing is I want you to be thinking of your individual decks as separate. I don't want you to be thinking about how they're going to interact later on. So I say, this is your pile of cards. This is yours. This is yours. I want you, Aubrey, to put your card on top of your pile and steal whatever number you want from your neighbor.
So I'm going to steal. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, no, don't even tell me. I don't even need to know.
Okay.
And then here's the reason why. Because let's say you pick this many. Let's say you pick this many. Let's say you pick all of them. It doesn't matter because when I combine them later, your cards will be the exact same distance apart.
Ah.
See, this is all theater. This is something we call time delay. Math theater, right? So in this case, let's say you took a bunch of those and you put your card on top and again, steal from Fiona.
Yeah.
Take as many as you want.
Just take all of them.
You're gonna take all of them, yeah, and that's okay. And Fiona puts hers right there and mine go on top and we combine them all just like so. So just make sure that you do side to side to side and put them back in this exact order.
Yes.
At this point, you're totally set. The trick totally does itself. However, I like to go that extra mile and convince people that I'm mixing up the cards a little bit more afterwards. But you noticed I cut the cards after I changed them. And I cut them not just one way, I cut them 3 ways as well, like that. Both of those were false cuts. To do a false cut, it's actually much easier than you think. You take the cards, you'll notice I grab cards from the bottom, go over the deck, and set them down. And then I set the other cards on top.
So you basically just put them back together the way they were.
Exactly. So in other words, I took the cards from the bottom and they ended up back on the bottom. Make sense?
Yes.
Same thing happens here. I take a bit off the top, a bit off the middle, a bit off the bottom. And then I take the top cards, put them on the middle cards, and put those on the bottom cards. So none of this is great theatrics. It acts like, oh look, I'm totally changing the order of the cards. But in fact, you're doing absolutely nothing. So at this point, they feel like the cards are totally mixed up, and all you've got to do is keep dealing out one up, one down, over and over through the entire deck, and it'll actually reveal itself. Now you can go side by side like this, but I think it moves a little bit faster if you're able to flip them over 2 at a time, like I was able to do. Then I think you'll get something a little more impressive. The only trick is when you're doing it this way, you got to make sure that you keep the order right on the cards so they don't get mixed up. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, which one of you guys is going to attempt to pass your final exam?
Not me. Not me.
1, 2, 3, not it. Looks like it's got to be Fiona. All right, she's down for it. Look, first we got to thank our sponsors. Oh, good luck, Fiona.
That's good balance that Fiona was kind of the reluctant hero pushed into this for the third act. I like the fact that we definitely have the codified third act C block. Of course, this is where the tension mounts and the segment does double duty. Not only does it give the viewer an opportunity to make sure that they remember everything because they're virtually going through the same test, but we get some real dramatic tension because we don't know if this rando at the bar, or in this case at David Prager's house party, is going to be able to pull it off. And I love the fact that it's Aubrey who was eager and sharp early on, and yet she deferred in the hero shot at the end, because otherwise that would have been a bit imbalanced. And so in this case, we've got Fiona, who's been one of the quieter characters, stepping up to the plate, and so we actually are emotionally and intellectually invested at this point, which makes it super good. By the way, get ready, guessattack.com. We're gonna gamble. Let's go.
All right, Fiona, final exam time. Blow us away.
All right. I can't even do this.
There you go. You got it. That's perfect. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, pick each of you pick a card. They
Okay.
have to go together somehow.
That sounds good.
Okay.
All right. Are you going to watch us do it?
Oh.
All right. What are we going to do? Here, let's do these. Because I see 3 of them very conveniently placed next to each other. All right. There you go. I got mine. All right. We'll turn the rest over.
Yes, please.
All right, Fiona. We've got our cards.
Okay. I'm going to...
Now remember, the numbers you need to remember are 14, 15, 15.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so what are we doing?
So, Brian,
Yes.
you can take however many of Aubrey's.
Wait, shouldn't I do something with this card first?
Yeah, you put that on top of your deck.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll put this one on top of my deck, got it.
And then you take however many of Aubrey's that you want to.
However many at all?
Yes.
I'm gonna take that many. Can I take more?
You can take as many as you want
I'm gonna
to.
take even more. That's how many I'm done. That's how many I got.
And then now Aubrey puts hers gold card on top of that remaining pile.
Top of your pile. Yep.
And then you take however many you want to from Abby's.
That's good.
And then Abby then puts yours on top of that.
Yep.
And then I'm going to do this.
Good.
And combine them.
All right.
All right.
You're doing it right. Whoa! Crazy false cut action. All right. What are we doing?
Oh, which one goes
I'm
up
going
first?
to reveal your cards to you.
Really?
Yes.
Which
Okay.
one goes up first?
First card goes up, face up.
Okay.
Like this, right?
Yeah, that's right. If you can square it up. If it gets a little sloppy, it's so important that these stay in the right area. There you go.
Were your cards in any of these?
No, it was not. Not my card.
That was to be expected.
That was on purpose?
Yes.
Oh my God, how did she do that? It's amazing.
Okay.
Fun.
Stay tuned.
I keep waiting. I know I'm going to see it.
No.
Oh, it's still not there.
And now?
No. I mean, there was one that was close. I wasn't, I was kind of close, but it wasn't it. It wasn't it.
Okay.
So I'm so excited.
Ready? For the final reveal.
The final reveal.
Were they these?
No, they weren't.
They were
What are
these.
they? Oh, wizardry! The Devilman! Very good job, Fiona. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wonderful job. That was absolutely amazing. You guys were fantastic. And there we go. Now, the most important detail when you're practicing this trick is that neatness counts. If your piles get too sloppy, you're gonna mix up the order and it's gonna screw up the trick. But meanwhile, I wanna hear about your success stories and failure stories, so post them over at the boards at revision3.com/scamschool, where you can see all of our episodes right back to episode 1. If you wanna suggest your favorite bar scam, hit me up directly at brian@revision3.com. If you're doing the Twitter thing, you can follow the show at twitter.com/scamschool, or find out when I am in your hometown doing a live show or a Scam School meetup by following me at twitter.com/schwood. Next week, we're going to be learning how to beat a sobriety test by learning how to run faster than a police cruiser. Until then, I got to get back to that party. Did you see those girls?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. This is some 10 out of 10 Scam School. Everything is tight. The visuals look great. The production looked fantastic. The only note I have, if I had a little bit of time travel, is I might do a little bit of on-screen graphics, reminding people like the number of cards and which piles,
Hey guys, how would
that
you
kind
like
of
it
thing.
for me to come in person and perform for you live in your hometown? Believe it or not, it's easier than you think. Here's all you have to do. If you go to college, find out who's in charge of student activities on your campus and point them to my website at schwood.com, where they can check out the 5-minute demo reel and get an idea of what's in the show. These are the people whose job it is to bring events just like me to campus all year round. If you're in high school, find out who's in charge of proms or graduation night parties. I work a lot of those, and I'd love to work yours. If you work at a corporation, find out who's in charge of holiday planning parties and point them to the website. Then have them contact me to book a date. And finally, if you're some crazy millionaire, just call me directly. I'm on my way. And of course, you may just get lucky. I may already be headed to your town, in which case sign up for email updates at schwood.com and follow my Twitter feed where I post my schedule regularly. Thanks, guys. Hope to see you in person real soon.
Oh, look at this. So this is a case where I knew that Scam School at the time was reaching people, but I'm like, man, I got to pay the bills somehow. So let's get some shows booked. This would have been before we figured out that not everybody needs a magic show, but everybody does need gimmick decks of cards. But this is great. So this is what? Beginning of the summer 2010. And so now you guys head on over to guessattack.com. That's guessattack.com. There we go. And then we're going to place a bet. As you guys know, this was originally posted in 2010. We wonder which one of these became all-timers and which ones never quite got their opportunity. They never got their moment on the big stage. So we gamble. For example, ATL John Boy thinks that there's 1.2 million, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kian Lafford, all the way from Ireland, says 23,659. Hawk Worley, ever consistent, with 1.2 million. Not Scary Steve. Oh, he's trying to shiv Hawk Worley in the side with 1.2 million and one. All the way from Australia, Ev Lloyd says 298,600. Kuramatariku says 240,069. BioCow coming in with 1,666,333. Sinewave with 1.2 million, 51,000, 1776. Sure. Cliff Horn with 400,000. Muslix with 333,383. G. James B with 1.99999 million. Rough day to be Hawk Worley. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good bit. Argyle Gargoyle takes the under with 999,999. Che takes the over with 1,000,001. Charles Rubach coming in with a good old try of 1,425,499. Kid Cart 72 says 550,000. Flying Car 100 with 547,000. Joey H666 with 1.2 million and two. Wizard PR says 1,380,000. Matt York coming in at 68,000. Bantarat with 2,169,000. Earth 56 with 1,560,056. And Kurl Metariku again with 1.2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 on there. And the real number of views this episode got is, wait for it, 414,701. Guesses oh, there we go. Bang, guesses closed. Boom. Look at that. And that means our winners are, wait for it. Boom! Cliff Horn with 400,000. Congratulations. You are the greatest person who ever lived. The gold medal proves it. You got it right there around your neck, Cliff. Muslix with 333,000 comes in second. Ev Lloyd, this is Australia's second bronze medal, I believe. I'm not sure. All right, guys, let's talk about what we all came here for. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event. In this corner, a random Afroed robot. In this corner, a child of 7. Fight. Let's see. Oh, wait, hold on here. Let's back this up. There we go. All right, what do we got here? Oh, how adorable. Look at that. Right on. Now, here's the real question. Have the robots mastered the awkward backup? Oh, no! They have! We're truly gone! Not only do they know how to roundhouse kick a kid, they know how to awkwardly make their exit and apologies and bid you a fond adieu on their way out. Now, here's the thing. Now, look, I don't like conspiracy theories. Unless they're corporate conspiracy theories. And then I like to spend a few calories just kind of burning, like, if I wanted this event to go very viral, I might kick a kid. I mean, if I was a bad person, which of course I'm not. None of us are. We're all good people here. And this is just a lighthearted jape, just a whoopsie doodle. No big deal. But hypothetically, I mean, if you kind of knew it would make international headlines, if you kind of knew this is a pregnant moment and the whole world would talk about it, seems like the kind of thing you would maybe want it to do. But in order for that theory to work, it'd have to go off script. And in this case, you can see that this robot is definitely programmed. It's supposed to go straight down this line. In fact, I suspect that's why the lines are there. It's not like the robot definitely deviated from the line to go kick it. The kid walked in front of the robot, right? The robot didn't go off to the side. Here, let's confirm our work. Which line is this robot on? He's on the purple and blue one. And that line goes straight down and he sticks to it. But when he kicks, he didn't kick on that line. The kid does not enter that line. Awkward. Cue the awkward, and we are go for awkward. Even backing up, it sticks to the line. Now, to be clear, look, we're all having fun here. The shortest path, this is the real game that you want to play, is the shortest path is usually the best one. And the shortest path is definitely a gizmo went a little bit outside of tolerances, and a kid was a little bit too close, and it just happened to get kicked. But that is a fun little game to play, though. That is a fun little... I'm not saying the kid asked for it sign. I'm just saying that if I believed in conspiracies, which I don't, and if I believed in corporate conspiracies, which maybe I do a little bit, I definitely believe in marketing hype, but I also believe that the shortest path is the best, and the shortest path is definitely the kid was a little bit too close and the robot was a little bit out of its tolerances. But if I was somebody else and I was spinning tails out of school and I wanted to hype everybody up, I might point out that something just doesn't add up about all this. Something just doesn't seem right because it's on the line and then suddenly it's not on the line. You're telling me that's just a coincidence and now it's back to being on the line? Look at that. Here, I made this model in Blender. I made this little miniature model. It does also have the body posture of looking like it's checking it out. Like if you want to ascribe vibes to it, it's like, oh my gosh. You okay, boss? You all right, man? Everything cool? Yeah, that's right. Gives you a little Nicolas Cage right there. You get a little bit of Spider Noir, like, yeah, that's right. I thought so. I thought I told you the blue line belongs to blue hairs only. Blue-haired robots. Just one more time. So what happens next time? What happens when it's not a unitree? What happens when it's more? Hawk Worley says, if I had to guess, that's the point where the robot goes into a dance routine and the kid was too close. When the act was interested, it stopped. Yeah. Robot reacted to its foot being jammed mid-kick, and it needed to recalibrate by going back to start. That could be as well. You don't train a robot to kick kids. You kick the robot a lot and hope it passes on the trauma. Now that is proper prompting. The kid laughing in the background. That's the other thing. The kids don't know. And by the way, this will all get way less funny the moment we find out that the kid broke a rib or something. I have no doubt that hurt. And more importantly, if you've had kids that age, oftentimes when they react, it's awful. Oftentimes the shock or the shame of being the subject of attention or whatever, like it's kind of like getting, swatted. Not that kind of swatted on the fanny. Not that kind of fanny. Where in America, that means spanked. Not that kind of spanked. We're on YouTube. All right. Here's the important part. Oh, that's right. Yeah, let me get the whiteboard going. There we go. Hold on. Let's get this whiteboard going. I kick a kid to go viral. Technically, I said that, But that's not what I meant. Come on, you guys. That's not what I meant, even though it's literally what I just said. So it begins. What's our verdict? Harmless jape? Or what, an accident? Back away awkwardly. It mastered the Homer moving into the hedge. Dance Judgment Day. Turns out. Yeah. Ooh. That's a cool one. I don't think this was a setup. Again, in general, if it was a setup, if it was a marketing gimmick, if it was a play, then almost certainly what you would do is you would make sure that you got better footage of it. That's usually the way you could tell that something is not a conspiracy or what have you. There we go. Let's get this right up there. There we go. How do we get there? There you go. Thank you, sirs. But this is a primer, and this is one of those, kind of like yesterday when we were talking about the Vibe OS. That in and of itself was a funny joke, but it allowed you to see just a tickle of what simulation theory is going to look like when you can experience a completely simulated version of an OS. This is kind of a dress rehearsal for what will happen. Now, right now, it's very easy, very black and white. How about this? Who's responsible? Who would you say is responsible? Is it the parent that let the kid get too close? Is it the event coordinators? Because somebody had liability insurance. Is it the handlers of the robot? Is it the robot? In which case, is it the sensor manufacturers? Is it the software manufacturers? One of the problems when you have no single person to hold to account, you only have systems, is that it takes a system to really screw things up bad. It takes a system to get next level stupid. And we've got all the ingredients. If this was a fatality, you better believe that heads would be on the chopping block. I can't imagine what the liability insurance is on this kind of stuff. Who is responsible when a dog bites a kid? Same liability. I think you're right, Sign. That is a case where any complex system where you can have the exact right inputs but get unpredictable results. A dog is a really good example of that. Any kind of animal is a very good example of that. Anyone who's raised a toddler knows about complex systems going awry. Anybody who's run a perfectly legitimate theme park filled with a bunch of reconstituted dinosaurs knows that complex systems sometimes break down. And when they do, I don't know. This is a dress rehearsal. And right now, we're all reacting with bemusement, which is about right for this. But that's fascinating to wonder where it goes next. Yeah. By the way, shouts out to everybody who is providing... Oh, here, we can actually... I think we can get a little bit more context from this. Here, let me kill this right here.
At a tourist attraction in Urumqi, China, a robot wearing a comical wig was performing martial arts. However, it suddenly kicked a young boy standing in front of it. The child clutched his stomach and could not get up for some time. This accident was caused by an operator's error during a performance held to celebrate Children's Day. Although the injuries were not serious, the issue of robot safety management in public places has now come under scrutiny. This is Lee Hana for NBA News.
Yeah, man. That's where we're at.
The performance held to
Oh, that's the kick felt round the world. A comical wig. This poor guy, he's just dressed in his best hair. Can't grow hair. He's got robopecia. He's got the hair he could get his hands on. Comical wig. Is that AI dubbing? What? Did you want to listen in the original Korean? Is that the problem, Master Wabbit? Here, we can actually turn off the auto dubbed. Here, we'll go to audio track, Korean original. There we go. We'll see how we like this better. There we go.
밝혔습니다. 중국 우르무치의 한 관광지, 우스꽝스러운 가발을 쓴 로봇 한 대가 무술 공연을 선보입니다. 그런데 갑자기 앞에 있던 남자 어린이를 발로 찹니다.
Yeah.
아이는
I'm with you,
배를
Master
움켜쥔
Wabbit.
채 한동안 일어나지 못합니다. 어린이날을 맞아 열린 공연에서 직원의 조작 실수로 빚어진 사고입니다. 피해 아이는 크게 다치진 않았지만 현지에선 공공장소에서의 로봇 안전 관리
It does sound more intense in the original Korean. And all things being equal, I too would prefer subs over dubs. But yeah, YouTube deepfakes the voice. And of course, we've talked about this before, but you got to balance the net positive globally for people being able to communicate better, mistranslations being harder, everybody being able to, a lot of awful negative externalities come as a result of poor translation. And if we're able to get better translation, then that is better for everyone. Let's see. So it begins. Top comment, of course. So much for the first law of robotics. So you get a bunch of... Oh, that's pretty good. We got a Cylon with the wig on. If I kick a kid, I go to jail. If he kicks a kid... Somebody said, oh, I used to kick children until the robots took my job. That's pretty good. All right, what else we got? I'm going to head on over to officehours.themodernrogue.com. Oh, we got a bunch of new people on Office Hours, as a matter of fact. Maybe we could take a peek at that. Say hello to all the new folks. Let's see. There we go. Let's go to content. Lives. These are the lives of our lives. Yeah. Look at that. We got a subscriber, a new subscriber from our live stream yesterday. It's working, people. Turns out that when you show up every single day and you refine your product and you get better and better while in a meta context watching a previous product get better and better and better, eventually you get all of your neural pathways in a row and you're able to barrel forward and do increasingly interesting things. It's happening. So this is the important thing. This impressions click-through rate. Normally, a lot of folks don't love the lives, but look at this. A 5.2% open click rate is the biggest we've ever done for a live stream, I believe. And it's going up. I think a lot of it is we were... Sign, was that you that put the Vibe OS in the Office Hours doc yesterday? Kudos, if so. If you guys have anything like that, then put them in the doc right away. Let's see. Yeah. Computer, mobile phone, TV. All right. Well, here, let's see what else we got. You know what? Let's check out. Oh, did I tell you guys how the AC drama worked out yesterday? I don't think we did. So it was hotter than Hades yesterday. And then and everything was blowing, but it wasn't cooling. So I called the guy. And this is a company I hadn't dealt with before. And when I said what was going on, he's like, it should work. I don't know what's going on. Raised a red flag. Had me a little bit concerned. But then, a few hours later, tech came out, and it turns out we did have a storm overnight, and the tech very quickly solved the fact that the outside unit was not kicking on because a circuit breaker had flipped during the thunderstorms overnight. He flipped the switch, and now everything's back. And now, I am happy to report that everything is cozy. We did it, America. and all the Americas at sea. You have a story, but need the address. The address for what? For here? Oh, the address. officehours.themodernrogue.com. Here, let me... You know what? I'll do this. Here, I'll do title editor. All right. There we go. In fact, I'm going to save this because that's pretty good. And then here, let's learn how ACs work so I can find out what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so they replaced both the outside and the inside unit. And I know that these two, basically, it gets hot out here, and then things flow back and forth to make it cool. It's like a can of canned air or when a rocket takes off, it gets real cold because things are under pressure. They get cold. Okay, I know this part. Yep, I'm familiar with that one. Now, I believe that's the coolant that goes through. And out there, got it. So this is the compressor, just like the compressor underneath your refrigerator. So this is where, just like underneath your refrigerator, it gets hot. So coolant goes in, the compressor compresses it. All of this gets hot, but this heat is radiated on these radiators here. So outside part gets hot. Oh, I didn't know that that's how it draws it in to compress it. Oh, that's great. And so once it's compressed, and there we go, and the heat, the red, radiates out. And then now, all right, I get all that. And then what goes back is the cooled off. All right, this is the part that I don't get. Okay. So it comes back very cold. Now, what I don't understand is why the coils freeze up if there's not enough coolant. But we'll get there. But for now, I understand the concept of you've got these, the cold air comes in, all of these get cold, and of course they get warm because air is being blown over these. That's why there's other radiator fans or radiator fins. Okay, now this part is what? This is the liquid, the condensation? Yes, so down here, all of this will collect humidity out of the air, and the water's got to go out. And in this case, so here in Texas, most of the houses, this just drains outside. Here in this house, it drains out to the bathroom. It just goes in with the toilet. Yeah, okay. That's the Mr. Happy Pants blower. Lots of air moves. This is a fine animation. In fact, here, let me make sure that whatever revenues are being given by Alex Petrovsky, well, definitely he deserves all of this. So here, let me get this over here. There we go. I'm going to... Max Trollbot says OnlyFans. It's pretty good. All right, now what's going on with these guys? Yeah, I don't know what those ribs are for, but I get the gist of everything else. Pretty good. Pretty good. Shouts out to Alex Petrovsky. Pow, pow. Nicely done. Oh, those guys are the heaters. Of course. Of course, of course. Oh my God. Max Trollbot is gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Hells yeah. Thank you very much, Max Trollbot. Nicely done. All right, that's a good one. Sign. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna call it, guys. I got to run. I got appointments and stuff, so we'll get to other stuff. What? Trying to use Google AI. Okay, I'll check these guys out, and we'll get to the rest of the doc tomorrow. You guys are beautiful people, and we got a lot done. I'm glad that we made it happen, folks. So here, let me just do this, and we'll switch over to this, and then we'll do this. You guys are the best. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Shine on, you crazy diamonds.